Are you wondering if you'll be receiving a $1,400 stimulus payment soon? Well, there's some exciting news that might affect you directly, and it's crucial to get the facts straight. Recent updates show that Social Security beneficiaries, SSI, and SSDI recipients could be in line for a significant boost, up to $1,400 in stimulus payments. If you're a senior, someone living with a disability, or you rely on these benefits, understanding these changes is essential. The stimulus relief, which many had been hoping for, has officially been approved, and it's geared towards supporting those who need it the most. With the rising cost of living, healthcare, and inflation, every extra dollar counts. But here's the thing, not everyone will automatically get this payment, and there are important steps you'll need to take to ensure you're part of this wave of financial relief. You might be asking, is this a one-time payment or will there be more to follow? And when can I expect to see the money in my account? These are valid questions. With new regulations and the latest government approval in play, the process can be a little tricky, and it's easy to feel uncertain about how it all works. That's why in today's video, we'll break down everything you need to know. We'll guide you through the steps you should take to ensure that you're not left out and that you get your payment without any issues. So, if you're a Social Security, SSI, or SSDI recipient, or if you know someone who is, it's time to stay informed. We're diving into all the details you need to be aware of, including who qualifies, the timeline for these payments, and how to check if you're eligible. This is not just about news. It's about giving you the information you need to act right now. We'll walk through the process step by step and help you navigate the latest changes so that you don't miss out on this critical financial assistance. Stay tuned, because you don't want to miss this update. Now that we've got your attention, let's dive into the details and understand what this $1,400 stimulus payment really means for Social Security, SSI, and SSDI recipients. First and foremost, it's important to remember that this payment isn't a random bonus. This is a targeted financial relief initiative aimed at those who have been financially affected by the ongoing economic challenges, and that includes you if you rely on Social Security, Supplemental Security Income, SSI, or Social Security Disability Insurance, SSDI. The approval of this stimulus payment comes after a period of uncertainty, where many people in the senior and disability communities were waiting for any sign of financial relief. The pandemic shook the economy, and for many seniors and people with disabilities, it created a financial strain that's been difficult to recover from. Medical costs, rising grocery bills, and housing expenses have only become more burdensome, which makes the $1,400 payment even more vital. This isn't just a lifeline. It's a step towards easing the pressure on those who need it the most. But here's where things get tricky. Just because the payment has been approved doesn't mean it will automatically show up in your bank account. There are specific requirements you need to meet in order to qualify for the stimulus payment. For example, the government has set guidelines on income levels, and your eligibility might depend on your specific situation. If you receive benefits through Social Security or SSI, it's possible that the government will automatically send you the payment. However, if you've experienced changes in your circumstances or you didn't file taxes in the past few years, there could be a different process involved. You'll need to check to make sure you're on the list for this payment. It's also important to know that this $1,400 payment could be a one-time thing or part of a series of payments. The government has been known to approve multiple rounds of stimulus checks during times of economic distress, so while this payment is a start, it might not be the last. The key to staying informed is to follow updates from trusted government sources and always check the official websites to make sure you know when the next payment could come. For many of you, the $1,400 payment could be a game changer. Imagine what you could do with that extra money. Perhaps it's enough to cover a couple of months' worth of grocery bills, or it might help offset the costs of healthcare, something that many seniors struggle with on a fixed income. For others, it could mean catching up on bills or paying off some debt that's been hanging over your head for a while. It might even offer the opportunity to splurge on something you've wanted for a while but couldn't quite afford, like new clothing, a gift for a loved one, or even a small vacation. However, this stimulus payment is more than just financial support. It's a sign that the government recognizes the struggles of seniors and those living with disabilities. It's a reflection of the efforts being made to provide assistance during tough times. While it doesn't solve all of the ongoing issues, it is a start. And as we all know, sometimes a small push is all it takes to help make a difference in someone's life. Now, let's talk about the process for getting this money. The payment could be directly deposited into the same bank account where your Social Security or SSI payments are normally sent. That's the case for many people who are already receiving government benefits. If you don't have a direct deposit setup, you'll likely receive the payment by check in the mail, which can take a little longer to arrive. The good news is that, if you're eligible, there's no need to apply. You won't have to fill out complicated forms or wait for approval. The government will automatically process the payment based on the information they have on file for you. However, not everyone will receive this payment automatically. If your circumstances have changed, such as a change of address, marital status, or income level, you may need to take some action. This is where it's important to stay on top of the information available. The IRS has set up a portal where you can check the status of your payment, update your information, and confirm your eligibility. This is especially important if you haven't filed taxes in a few years or if there are discrepancies in the records the government has for you. It's also worth noting that if you've moved since your last payment, you'll want to update your address so that the payment can be sent to the correct location. In some cases, seniors and people with disabilities might be eligible for additional support in the form of benefits that go beyond the stimulus payment. For example, some people may be eligible for additional monthly payments or even more extensive support, depending on their situation. If you qualify for SSI, you might be able to access other resources that can help with food, utilities, and other basic needs. The bottom line is that the $1,400 payment is just one piece of the puzzle. There could be other financial assistance options available to you, so it's important to explore every avenue to ensure you're getting the most out of what's available. Finally, let's not forget the emotional aspect of this. Many of you have been through a lot. You've seen changes in the economy, in healthcare, and in your personal lives. And through it all, you've worked hard to manage your resources and make ends meet. This stimulus payment is not just about money. It's about showing that your efforts are recognized, that you're not forgotten, and that there is a system in place that's trying to help. While the road ahead may still be uncertain, the $1,400 stimulus is a reminder that support is out there. In conclusion, while there are many questions about the exact details of this $1,400 payment, one thing is clear: if you're a senior or someone who relies on Social Security, SSI, or SSDI, you may soon be receiving financial relief that could ease the burdens you've been carrying. Be sure to stay informed, check for updates, and take any necessary actions to ensure you're eligible. And remember, this is just one step in a larger effort to provide support during tough times. Keep an eye on future updates, because there's always more to come.